When the Joker is the guest of honor for a family of cannibals, it will be up to Jim and Barbara Gordon to save him. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop into the pages of Joker issue number 11 and find out together, shall we? So then, this issue actually opens up with a little bit more backstory on the Sampson family and how they came to join the mysterious network. It would seem that they were approached by these former Nazis, who still very much dress and act like Nazis, about cleaning up all their recent legal troubles in exchange for being able to get their claws into the Sampson family's brand new oil fortunes. Doing so would make the Sampsons rich and powerful beyond their imaginations and allow them to continue to kill and eat as they see fit. The only problem is they would need to sacrifice at least one member of their families to the authorities to make all the other murders go away. They decided that they would offer up cousin Billy the Brute, the de facto Leatherface of their little family unit, on the conditions that he would get to live the rest of his life comfortably in Arkham Asylum, which he did for the first 50-odd years or so until he was killed in the gas attacks of A-Day. The Sampsons still very much blame the Clown Prince of Crime and are planning to throw him a little clown meat barbecue. Well, you know, the problem with eating clowns, they say, they all taste a little funny. Now, what happened to Jim? He was bleeding out when we last saw him in the previous issue, but luckily Julia Pennyworth managed to swoop on in and make the save, bringing the former commissioner back to Gotham and his daughter Barbara. Naturally, Barbara is horrified with how close her father has come to death, and also the dastardly conspiracy that he's managed to uncover involving the network, the Court of Owls, and just about every other thing the Bat family has touched in the last few decades. It's for all these reasons and more, Barbara is actually pulling her father out from this case, saying that she's going to go to Hooper County, home of the Sampsons, and deal with the Joker problem head on. Barbara also very strategically chooses not to mention that the Talon assassin that was sent to kill her and the Batgirls a couple issues ago just so happens to be the resurrected corpse of her brother and Jim's son, James Jr. The subtext here is that it's all very serious and very personal now, and Jim knows that he's not going to win a fight against his daughter, especially in his hobbled state right now, so he might as well just let her go about her plans. Oh no, that's not to say Jim is going to drop this case himself, quite the opposite. He just knows that he can't make it look like he's investigating it anymore. It's good too that Jim already has an ally in the form of Harvey Bullock, who's already in Hooper County, and yes, Hooper County is indeed a reference to the director of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Harvey's been pulling files and newspapers left, right, and center, and he thinks he knows exactly how the Sampsons and the network were able to quiet down all the murder charges from years ago. Jim is worried about his daughter too, not just because she's going to be walking into a den of actual cannibal serial killers, but also because Vengeance, the daughter of Bane, is coming there too to clean house. Perhaps despite all his talk of chaos and anarchy, this was the Joker's very complex, very pointed plan all along. I mean, let's face it, all these different factors, all these different parties want him dead for one reason or another, and now they're all going to be in one place to potentially wipe each other out. It's for all these reasons and more, Jim knows he just can't stand around and wait for this to all shake out. Thankfully, the Court of Owls haven't cut off his black card yet, so he still has nearly limitless resources to get himself some brand new Kevlar clothes, and to charter a private jet to Texas. Now, he knows Batgirl was sure to send Cassandra Cain to watch over him should he try and leave. And honestly, after getting stabbed and being so close to death in his last encounter with the Joker, I bet Jim is just happy to have the help. And speaking of help, that's exactly what the Joker is going to need if he ever hopes to escape these backwoods Texas cannibals. Of course, when you are dealing with the Joker, you always have to wonder, is he locked in there with them, or are they locked in there with him? And so that was Joker issue number 11, everybody, and once again, I really love what Tynion is laying down in this series. It's hard-bitten neo-noir, this time with a decidedly horror twist to it. In fact, Gordon basically says himself in this issue that he worries that Barbara is trying to solve this using the mindset of a superhero when they are so clearly in something much darker. This issue also has a lot of fun examining Gordon as a detective and a problem solver. He says that he was never really good at the Riddler-style problems, having to think 20 moves ahead, but he was always really good about knowing what one person would do a couple minutes from now. You contrast this with the super smart Oracle, and you can see all the different ways in which father and daughter are alike, but also different. Mainly, they're alike in the way that they are incredibly stubborn. Overall, I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. I'm really enjoying this book, and I hope it manages to have a satisfying conclusion, especially as James Tynion isn't really writing at DC anymore.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.